26 horsepower Command Pro EFI kohler loses power, acts like getting too much fuel, then regains power until the grass is thick and it bogs down again.
Hey there. I'm Richard and will be helping you fix this problem. This problem you're having could be a number of things. I will provide a list of things to check, and if you need more information, just let me know. Thanks. Dirty air cleaner element. Engine overheated. Excessive engine load. Restricted exhaust. Faulty spark plugs. High crankcase oil level. Incorrect governor setting. Low battery. Low compression. Low crankcase oil level. Quality of fuel, dirt, water, stale, mixture. I would also add to the list that your blades need to be sharpened if they haven't been. This is usually $4 to $10 per blade, if you take them off the mower and bring them into your local shop. Richard 41442.14199699097.
Changed air filters, put in new plug, stator is putting out 14, good. I will check the oil level. Would it help to change oil again? I just did it when the problem started and I changed the oil temperature sending unit. At one time I thought it was exhaust closed but turned away from that thought. I got a God reading on the compression, but now my gauge pops up and then the zero gauge seems to be bad. How do I set governor?
Exhaust clog would cause it, but you will have to eliminate everything. Are your blades sharp? I don't think channing the oil will help, but checking the level will help. I will have to look at your particular model to set governor. I will check on that now, after I hear back from you. Richard 41442.15550958833. Sorry about that. Let me repost this info for you. The above answer I had for you was for another engine. I see you have the EFI engine. I do apologize for this mistake. I pulled the wrong information for you to begin with. Sorry again. This is the info you'll need. If you need any instructions after this, let me know. Engine misses, hesitates, or stalls under load. Fuel injectors, fuel filter, fuel line, or fuel pickup dirty/restricted. Dirty air cleaner. Insufficient fuel pressure or fuel to live vacuum, intake air, leak. Improper governor setting, adjustment or operation. TPS faulty, mounting problem or TPS initialization procedure incorrect. Bad coils, spark plugs, or wires. Low power faulty/malfunctioning ignition system. Dirty air filter. Insufficient fuel delivery. Improper governor adjustment. Plug/restricted exhaust. One injector not working. Basic engine problem exists. TPS faulty or mounting exists. Throttle plate and throttle body not fully opening to watt stop, if equipped. Richard 41442.16127833912. Now that I have that information for you, since this engine is fire related, I need to know if there is any codes present. Please perform the following instructions. 1. Check that battery voltage is above 11 volts. 2. Start with key switch off. 3. Turn key switch to on and off, then on and off, then on, leaving it on in third sequence. Do not start engine. Time between sequences must be less than 2.5 seconds. 4. Mill will blink a series of times. Number of times mill blinks represents a number in blink code. 5. A sequence of 4 digits make up a fault code. There is a 1 second pause between blinks of a fault code. There is a 3 second pause between separate fault codes. After fault codes are blinked, a 2-digit 61 is blinked to indicate program is completed. A. It's a good idea to write down codes as they appear, as they may not be in numerical sequence. B. Code 61 will always be last code displayed, indicating end of code transmission. If code 61 appears immediately, no other fault codes are present. After problem has been corrected, fault codes may be cleared by. Here are the codes for your system. If you need further information, please let me know. 0031 oxygen sensor heater circuit high voltage, 0032 oxygen sensor heater circuit low voltage, 0107 manifold absolute pressure sensor circuit low voltage or open, 0108 manifold absolute pressure sensor circuit high voltage, 0112 intake air temperature sensor circuit low voltage, 0113 intake air temperature sensor circuit high voltage or open, 0117 coolant/oil temperature sensor circuit low voltage, 0118 coolant/oil temperature sensor circuit high voltage or open, 0122 throttle position sensor circuit low voltage or open, 0123 throttle position sensor circuit high voltage, 0131 oxygen sensor 1 circuit low voltage or open, 0132 oxygen sensor 1 circuit high voltage, 0171 maximum adaptation limit exceeded, 0172 minimum adaptation limit exceeded, 0174 lean fuel condition at high load open loop, 0201 injector 1 circuit malfunction, 0202 injector 2 circuit malfunction, 0230 fuel pump module circuit low voltage or open, 0232 fuel pump module circuit high voltage, 0336 crankshaft position sensor noisy signal, 0337 crankshaft position sensor no signal, 0351 cylinder 1 ignition coil malfunction, 0352 cylinder 2 ignition coil malfunction, 0562 system voltage low, 0563 system voltage high, 61 end of code transmission. This makes my 4th new post. Sorry about so many posts, I just wanted to separate this info for easier reading. So please read this one and the last 3 posts. A mill may not be provided with engine. If equipment manufacturer has not added a mill to equipment, one can be added easily for quick diagnostics. Main engine to vehicle connection will have a tan wire which is ground for mill. Either incandescent or LED type bulbs can be used for mill as long as they do not draw more than 0.1 amps. Bulb needs to be rated at 1.4 watts or less, or needs to have a total resistance of 140 ohms or more. LEDs typically draw less than 0.03 amps. Attach plus 12 volts to positive terminal of bulb and attach ground terminal of bulb to tan wire.
I have the small red light that I think is the mill. I hope it still works. I will follow your instruction to check if it is working and then look for codes in the morning. Thank you for your help.
Thanks Randy Richard 41442.22399599606.
Richard, you have been great. I have taken your advice and used it on my mower. First of all, you suggested that the oil level could be high and it was, and the motor ran a little better, but there was more problem.
Do you have to let it sit for a little bit?
I set the motor back and changed it. These 2 things were done and then it seemed like it was not charging, so I cleaned the cables and thought it fixed it. I ran it again today and thought it was fixed until started cutting out or losing power. It is charging some but not enough it seems. After charging battery it did better for a few minutes and then the same thing. Again. The stator is putting out 40 plus volts but in getting nothing out of rectifier or regulator, whatever you call it. Earlier today it was putting out 13.6, but I must buy a new tester tomorrow to see if mine is working. A garage guy tested it this morning. How much do it require with the magnetic chuch engaged? When the chuch is not engaged the motor sounds great, but when you engage the clutch it quickly loses power. P.S. I am very satisfied with the help you have provided.
Hey Randy. Thanks for getting back with me. Don't worry about trading my answer, paying, until we get this more fixed. Thanks for getting back with me. Is there any codes? I didn't see where you mentioned where you checked for codes. Let me know on that. As far as losing power when the clutch is engaged, I need to know if you have codes first, and yes, that meter shouldn't show 40 plus volts. 13.6 isn't bad. But I need to know battery voltage with key off and then key on to determine that. Thanks, Richard.
The mill light is there but not working. I will try to get it wired right. I had a gas fire 4 years ago and rewired it, and I may have it wrong. Friday I will use your instructions and see if I can get the codes. Tomorrow is impossible for me to do anything. The stator 40 volts is the AC not DC reading. I think that is right. Sorry for dragging this out so long, but I have other work to do and it keeps me from getting this handled in one day. I will get back to you Friday night. Is there anything else I need to know to hook up the mill? Thanks for your help.
Don't do anything yet. Stop here and let me post. Hey Randy. I need the serial number on that engine. You may have already provided it, I will have to look. There is 2 EFI systems. One is a EFI Bosch and the other is a EFI ECH. One of the system blinks a 4-digit code and the other blinks a 2-digit code. Thanks, Richard.
CH26788511. I did not get a code, but the light flashed as I turned it on and off. This is why I think it is wired wrong.
Thank you, Randy. Did you wire it in? Does the light come on when the mower loses power? When it loses power, how do you get it to regain power? Do you have to let it sit for a little bit? Does it only do this in tall grass? Thanks, Richard.
I replaced it after the fire. I remember at times it came on before the fire. I replaced it with a new one, red color. It does not come on now, but a quick like a blink of the eye as you turn the key on to start. I might have it to the wrong pole on the key switch. Just thought of that. The tall grass bogs it down, but now it seemed that when you engage the deck it is only a matter of a few feet until you're setting still waiting for it to pick up enough power to move forward again. Without the deck running it runs great now. I put the charger on it charging 2 amps and it will charge all day today. It will run for 5 minutes or more before the problem starts.
Okay, get the mill light working and let me know when you got it working. Thanks, Richard.
Richard, the first, have the mill light working? Read the code. It's a 0031 oxygen sensor heater circuit, low voltage. What do I do next?
Hey Randy. Component, oxygen sensor heater fault, O2S heater circuit, high voltage condition, system voltage too high, shorted connection or faulty sensor. Conclusion, oxygen sensor related sensor connector or wiring problem. Sensor damaged. Pin circuit wiring or connectors at black 7. ECU related ECU to harness connection problem. Unplug the sensor. Use an air compressor, blow out the sensor connector. Now observe it connector on sensor and the connector to harness. If here is corrosion or buildup, fix it. If not, then plug the sensor back up. Now delete that code and run engine at various speeds. If the code comes back. Here are just some possibles: silica poisoning. Replace sensor. Contaminated gasoline. Use high quality fuel. Engine problem, misfire. Correct cause of misfire. Excessive rich air/fuel ratio. Check for high fuel pressure. Leaking injector. Liquid fuel in vent line. Wiring shorted to voltage. Repair wiring. ECU Reset Procedure 1. Turn key off. 2. Install red wire jumper from Kohler EFI service kit onto service port. Connect white wire to black wire in 4-way diagnostic port. 3. Turn key on, then off and count 10 seconds. 4. Turn key on, then off and count to 10 seconds a second time. 5. Remove jumper, ECU is reset. A TPS Learn procedure must be performed after ECU reset. If the code's come back, then I am going to post you a technician's manual. Because it's a bit of troubleshooting to get through the test. If you feel the need to click either helped a little or I expected more, please stop and reply to me via the reply or continue conversation button with the issue you have. I will be happy to continue further and do everything I can to provide you with the service you seek. Thanks, Richard.
Help me locate these 2 wires so I can reset one. Red wire jumper from Kohler EFI service kit 2. White wire to black wire in 4-way diagnostic port.
Let me look this up, be right back. It's been a little while with one of these engines. Find the motor ground wire and trace the black wire from there. It's not far from the motor ground wire. Also, it should or may have a cover over the connector. It will be an empty 4-wire connector that's not plugged into anything. Richard 41453.1618379861.
I cleared the mill code. It is still not running right. Took it out today and it lost power very fast. Is there a timing set? Is there something like a pickup coil on the flywheel? I brought it back into the shop and pulled the left bank plug and it hard affected the way it ran. I then did the same thing to the right bank plug and it ran a lot worse. The fire to the plug looked orange, not good. Lightning blew the way it should. I have no codes, all it reads is 61.
Hey Randy. Let me read back over this, everything we have done. Great Randy. Let me gather some time and get back with you. I need time to think about this. I think we have a problem on the right bank. It would Alice make sense being there was a mill light on. Just cause that code disappeared don't mean we don't have to check it. So let me get that info and look further into this.
Mower is still losing power, but worse, runs great until you engage deck and then it is underloaded, will die if you get into grass.
Okay, Randy. I'm gonna have to pull your service manual and post it up for you. It's gonna be crucial that all steps are followed, and if you have the manual while I'm coaching you, I think it will better help you at the same time. Thanks, Richard. Hey Randy. Click here to download that service manual. I think checking the governor setting is critical at this point. Richard 41459.71944619121.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.